Okay. Am I in focus? I'm not in focus. Oh. We're good. I've taken you to the best place in my house, which is the kitchen, simply because all the food is here. I can make tea, which you're going to see me do right now. But I want to start off with the point that you need to throw yourself in the deep end. Get yourself and just throw yourself into some situation where you may suffer, you may die, you may survive, you may go homeless. Those are the best situations to put yourself in. I want to share a little story with you guys. And this is around about 2 years ago. No, this was last year. It was exactly this time last year, so around about May, June time, right? I was in Thailand and I was driving those shitty mopeds, you know, those big, you know, the mopeds, literally pull the throttle, that's literally it, right? It's basically a scooter. We call it a scooter, that's it. So, and by the way, after this story, it's gonna make much more sense, so you just stick with it, right? I was driving the moped everywhere, and if you know Thailand, a lot of people drive mopeds. Actually, a lot of people drive motorcycles. So, when I was going to my training, going to wherever I need to go, going to the store, going to the beach, I will pull up to a red light, and around about 8 out of 10 times, when I do pull up to the red light, there's a guy in a motorcycle. Yeah, so there was a guy in a motorcycle. Usually there's some guys on motorcycles, and I'm talking about nice bikes, CBRs, Ninjas, Kawasaki's, anything. Nice bikes, and bike culture is very big in Thailand. So there I am sitting on my shitty moped, looking at those bikes and just wishing I was on one of those, because I'll let you know right now, it's kind of a status symbol to have a big bike in Thailand. When you have those proper bikes, it's a status symbol. Everyone's looking at you. Everyone thinks you're the shit. And I wanted to be that guy who was the shit. Now, fortunately, I had a cousin, an amazing cousin, and he knew everything about motorcycles. And I told him I want to learn to ride a proper motorcycle instead of this shitty moped, which makes me look really goofy. I'm not sure if you guys seen Despicable Me. You know that guy in the orange jumpsuit when he drives a moped? Literally what I looked like. So I literally had no option. I had to get this motorcycle. I had to learn a motorcycle. So he was like, no worries. So we went to the store to rent a bike, and I got myself a 150cc motorbike. And I'm talking, this is a CBR 150. So if you know anything about motorcycles, 150 is so fucking slow. Literally, you pull throttle, it doesn't even move. Okay, that's how slow it is. But the purpose of it was just to learn the gears and see how it works, the mechanicals of it. So we headed to an empty car park, and he taught me how to ride a motorcycle. It took me around 30-40 minutes to actually be comfortable with turning and shifting the gears. Although I wasn't perfect, I was still shitting bricks. I was really tense when I was riding my motorcycle. I'm going to show an image up on the screen. Actually, I'll show a video for you guys. I'll throw it on the screen. Right, you can see my lanky ass on the 150cc. It looks very weird. Within 40 minutes of me learning, my cousin had a great fucking idea to say, let's go drive it on the road. Within 40 minutes of me learning how to ride a motorcycle with gears, he wants me to ride on the road. Now, if you know anything about Vietnam or Thailand, the roads are fucking dangerous, bro. You literally go on the road that you're gonna hit by a car or a bike instantly, right? And I didn't know how the brakes worked on this bike. I was fucking shitting myself. But I really wanted to learn how to ride a motorcycle, and I was sick and tired of riding a moped, so I had to do this. Like, I just fucking had to do this. So, I went onto the road, and there I am, shitting bricks. I'm tense as hell. I'm on the slow lane, so everyone can overtake me. I'm just learning, okay? Bear in mind, these cars and bikes are this close to me. Like, I'm shitting bricks, okay? I threw myself in the deep end. And we pulled up to a red light, and all the cars are stopped, and I panicked. So, I pressed the brake thing, and for some reason, I don't know what happened. I think I pressed the clutch instead of the brake. So it just kept moving. I was about to hit a car, and I had to swerve in it and then swerve out. And then another car almost hit me by this much, like by an inch. I'm talking about, I almost saw death. I'm pretty sure I saw death at that time. But thank God I didn't. God was on my side, because I prayed before I even jumped on that motorcycle, right? And within 20 to 30 minutes of me driving on the road, I was comfortable. Literally, it came second nature to me. I was shifting gears easily. I didn't juggle the gears too much. I pulled up to red light softly, and I felt good. I pulled up to a red light in my 150cc thinking I was the shit, okay? I wasn't the shit, it's a 150, but you get the point. I learned very quickly. Now, within 40 minutes of me learning to ride a bike, straight to 20 to 30 minutes riding on the road, that was it. Literally even an hour, I learned how to ride a motorcycle. So my cousin goes, let's have another fucking great idea and get a 300cc. And that's exactly what we did. Went back to the store and I got myself a 300cc, which is much more faster. And this time the gears, when you pull the throttle, it pops. The exhaust, it pops, right? So I rode that for a week, had a fucking amazing time, had another near-death experience, but we kept living. I was much more confident in riding the bike simply because I was doing it every day. And it literally came second. Within a week, it came second nature to me. Like I could ride with my eyes closed. It was so easy. The week after that, I got myself a 650cc. So within 2 weeks, I was riding a 650cc motorbike. Now, some people learn 650 straight off the bat. Some people learn 650 over time within a year. For me, it took about a week and a half to 2 weeks to ride a 650cc. And this was a CBR 650F and a CBR 650R, if you guys know anything about bikes. And these bikes, they pop, okay? So there I was within 2 weeks, being the fucking man, pulling up to a red light while everyone's on a moped. And literally as soon as the light goes green, I was off. I felt like a fucking G, okay? So the story of this is you need to throw yourself in the deep end if you want to learn something. The best way to learn something, you have to throw yourself in the deep end and have those near shit experiences where like near-death experiences, or maybe you might assign a client, you've never done it before, and you might not do something right, but that's what you need to do to learn and to grow faster. Some of you guys are living so comfortable in your lives, and trust me, I've been there, where you don't want to take any risks, you don't want to take big leaps in life because you're scared of what something could happen. What if the worst outcome could happen where you die, you go homeless? But when you put yourself in that situation, your brain does something magical. Your brain fires up, it operates at 100%, and I don't know how. I think it's like a survival mode, survival mechanism in your brain. But it's one of the best ways to grow and learn in whatever it is that you're doing. You need to throw yourself in the deep end. You need to go from 0 to 100 to learn the fastest way possible. Yes, you can take the easy route of going slowly, but that takes too long. If you want fast progress, you need to chuck yourself into the deep end. And this motorcycle example can apply to anything, right? It can apply to sports where, if let's just say you started a martial art and you started only 2 weeks ago, and now you want to throw yourself into an actual fight, like a ring. That's probably one of the best ways to grow, because now your brain's firing up and the survival mechanism is kicking off, and now your brain is learning 100 times faster than it usually would. Maybe you sign a client and you'd never signed a client before and you don't actually know how to do the skill, but then your brain fires up and the survival mechanism kicks in, and now you learn 100 times faster because you have to complete this thing, otherwise you lose a client, okay? This example can apply to anything. And if you're living a comfortable life where, let's just say you're living at home and you want to grow, go to another location and live outside. If you want to get a new job where you don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you're sick and tired of your current job, then just do that thing, because you're gonna learn in the process. There's no point waiting for something, learning the theory, learning the books, because that won't get you too far. Theory and practical are completely two separate things. I'm telling you right now. At times they go hand in hand, but majority of the time they're completely different things. So if there's anything you can take away from this video, it's just throw yourself in the deep end, okay? You will thank yourself. Your future you may thank yourself. And I'll tell you something as well. The worst scenario never actually becomes a worst scenario. You never actually reach that point, simply because your brain won't allow it. When you throw yourself into the deep end, your brain won't allow yourself to become homeless or to die. It will do anything possible to avoid that outcome. So stop being so scared and trust yourself. It's scary, I understand. I know it from personal experience. It's very scary, but you will thank yourself, and I promise, okay? You do this and you will learn 10 times faster. Gotcha? Good.